to discuss the impact of informed and voting. Uninformed voter recognize the importance of their vote while also educating themselves on where the various candidate stands on different issues. If you want to ensure that you're prepared and informed, it's important to seek information from many types of trusted source as possible. Voters, you should utilize both news outlets and social media platforms to get information. Finding a variety of ways to learn information about the candidates will give you the upper hand on avoiding persuasive political advertising. As a voter, you have to be wary of outside influence and chaotic to appropriately educate yourself. Informing yourself about the different candidates on your ballot and the sentence they take on the different issues. It's a great starting point. Important to look at the candidates individually instead of solely focusing on their party affiliation. Oftentimes, voter may be unaware of the candidates running for local office and only educate themselves on the candidates that running for higher office. In an effort to be completely informed, you should research all of the race that will be on your ballot.
What is candidate evaluation? Candidate evaluation is a process of assessing a candidate's skills, qualification, and experience to determine their suitability for an open role. There are multiple candidate assessment methods, including interviews, works example, tests, and reference checks. 5 benefits of candidate evaluation for organization. Candidate evaluation offer many benefits for organization, including the ability to identify the best candidate based on the skills, competencies, and cultural fit. The first one is reduce bias in the hiring process. The benefits of related to the very real issues of bias in hiring. Candidate evaluation alone won't solve the issues with the bias, but implementing the right types of evaluation, scoring criteria, and bias training will go a long way to reducing it. Second is better team fit and alignment. Candidate evaluation assess both skills and cultural fit, ensuring that organization gain a well-rounded picture of each candidate. This helps organization understand each candidate as deeply as possible and are able to weigh various factors to determine the ideal hire, including the team alignment and cultural fit. In this process, help to ensure that the candidate not only has the skill to do the job, but also that they are likely to feel aligned and connected with their colleagues. This helps to foster strong and healthy teams that will ultimately perform better for a company. Third, better decision making. A structured candidate evaluation process means that evaluators have a complete and well-rounded understanding of each applicant. When they do it, make the decision-making process much smoother by showing objective reasoning behind one candidate may be better than another. This allows for not only more reliable decision making, but also a more efficient one that reduces time to hire and allows companies to identify and secure the top talent quickly. 4. Improve candidate experience. Well-structured evaluation process don't just benefit the organization, but candidate as well. When candidates are evaluated through a well-organized and transparent process, they feel respected and valued. Even if they are not ultimately selected, this positive experience reflects well on the company's brand, encouraging future application and word-of-mouth referrals, which are essential in today's competitive job market. Last one, more effective skill-based on hiring. Candidate evaluation process that especially prioritize skills-based hiring help organization identify the candidates with the right abilities to perform the job effectively regardless of their educational background or previous job titles. Our next topic is about a step-by-step registration and voting. First is the step-by-step registration. Eligibility requirements for regular voters, Filipino citizens who has never registered with the COMELEC. Second is at least 18 years old on or before the upcoming election. Third, living the Philippines for at least 1 year. And last one is for barangay election. Living in the barangay where they intend to vote for not less than 6 months prior to election day. Next is requirements for sangguniang kabataan voters. First one is Filipino citizen who has never registered with the COMELEC. Second, at least 15 but not older than 30 years old on or before the SK election. Third, living in the barangay for not less than 6 months prior to election day. Next is step-by-step guide on voting according to COMELEC. Guidelines, the step-by-step voting process is follows. First, having temperature check before entering polling precinct. Second, proceed to the voter's assistance desk to secure precinct and sequence number and assigned room or clustered precinct. Third is proceed to the assigned room and state name, precinct, and sequence name, precinct, and sequence number at electoral board. 4. Get ballots, secrecy folder, and marking pen. Tips for searching a candidate. Step 1. Study the campaign criteria to judge a candidate. Candidates can be judged in two ways: the positive they take on an issue and the leadership qualities and experience they would bring to the office. Both are important. Your first step is to decide which issues you care about and the qualities you want in a leader. Step 2. Look at the campaign information. Gather information about the candidate. There are a variety of sources where you can find the information. Step 3. Understand the issues. Examining the issues that are important to you. Decide what changes you feel your community, state, and country need the most. What do you want to keep the same? Which of your interests are served by the programs each candidate is proposing as your boundary alternatives? Listen to the people on both sides of the issues. Look at the cause and effect. Consider what you have to trade off to get what you want. Step 4. Evaluate the candidates. Evaluate the candidate's stance on the issue. As you read the materials you collect, keep a journal and record the candidate's stance on your priority issues. Do the materials give you an overall impression of the candidates? What specific conclusion can you draw about their stance on the issues?